Welcome to Marriage Bliss. This is your home for marriage enrichment.
Sure. At Marriage Bliss, here we unveil the true picture of how God intended marriages to be. Are you finding joy in your marriage?
Or are you at the verge of quitting?
We, the Muigais, are partnering with God to restore bliss in marriages. Tune in to your favorite Just Connect TV on Facebook and YouTube. We shall enrich our marriages together. Karibu. Oh, wonderful. Welcome, viewers, to Marriage Bliss. This is a program where we enrich our marriages together. And so we invite you so that we can continue to learn together, continue to enrich our marriages together. Our desire is to find joy in our marriages. Our desire is to find ourselves growing and glowing in our marriages. And so today we are going to discuss about her needs, the needs of a wife in the marriage. We are the Muigais. We are the one hosting the program, and we are glad that you are there. And we want to encourage you to keep sharing this video. If you are watching from YouTube or Facebook Live, you can share so that so many people can continue to get to benefit through our programs. And so welcome so much, Irene. Today we are going to discuss about her needs, and you're going to help us understand the needs of a wife in a marriage. You know, which are those key needs, because there are so many, but which are the key needs of a wife that if we are taken care of, the wife in the marriage will feel satisfied, they will feel fulfilled if these needs are met. Wow. So karibu sana as you take us through that.
Thank you. I think, as you have said, the needs are very many, but then there are some which are key, and they are like the foundation. If they are met, just like we looked at the men's needs last Friday, if you get to understand there are some that acts as a foundation upon which others are built.
Yeah.
So the same today we'll be looking at the women needs, not necessarily meaning this need does not apply on the other side of the husband, but if they are met, it will act like a foundation upon which others are built, and the marriage gets blissful. So maybe the one I can start with is love, the affection. It is very key for a woman to feel, loved, affectionate, that affection from a husband. It makes you feel secure. It makes you feel wanted. It makes you feel important. Every good thing that comes with someone who shows love. And it's amazing when the husbands can learn how to learn their wives, because different women want to be appreciated, to feel loved differently. So again, this one takes us back to the aspect of communication. Communicate. Get to understand your woman. How do they feel loved? What will you do for me so that I can feel I'm loved? Is it spending time with me? Is it buying gifts for me? I mean, how will you express your love for me? And it is felt and it is acknowledged.
Yeah.
So love is very important. And the Bible commanded men to love their wives as Christ loves the church.
Yeah.
And so when you think about this love, it must be unconditional. It's unconditional love. Because we have seen instances in marriages where the wife and the husband were in love, they got married, and then the marriage got blissful for a while. And then with time, the marriage dies. And you know why? Because when you think about love in marriage, and from the context of a wife, I think we take it like love in our marriages is compared to as a bank. And when you talk about the bank, the business that goes runs in that place is money, is money banking.
Yeah.
So
there is deposit and withdrawing.
Exactly. So we are having the deposits and we have the withdrawals. And the men need to understand as the wives, we need the deposits. And what kind of deposits are you doing in this love bank of our marriage? Or do you keep withdrawing by insulting me? Do you keep withdrawing by doing wrong things to me? Do you keep withdrawing by hurting me? When is the last time you made a deposit in this love bank so that your wife feels loved and appreciated? So love is very key when it comes to women or the wives in a marriage.
Wow.
Very key.
I love that, and I want to go and emphasize that point where, as husbands, we are commanded and we are told, husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church.
Yeah.
And you know, that is a small statement, but it is a very powerful one. Like, you can do anything. You know, when Christ loved the church, he went to an extent of dying for the church. Like, have you reached that point whereby you can do anything for your wife just to be happy, to make your wife happy, or to stand for your family? Because Christ went to an extent of dying.
Yes.
Are you able to make a sacrifice in terms of your time? You know, you are sacrificing your time and creating time for your family. Because sometimes as husbands, we can be so busy, and especially in our career, in our businesses, we can be so busy, but we cannot sacrifice time and say, this and this day, I'm not going to close or open the business. I just want to spend time with my family. You know, there are people, and especially allow me to talk about the businessmen, because I'm a business person. There are people who cannot afford to close their businesses. I mean, they are there very early in the morning. They close their business late at night, Monday to Sunday. They in their businesses, but they never or rarely create time for their wives, for their children. And so, men, I'm giving you this challenge. Please sacrifice time for your family. Sacrifice, love your wife as Christ loved the church. And this one calls for sacrifice. Whenever I think about that statement, I look at sacrifice. In terms of resources, I can deny myself so that I can be a blessing to you, so that I can make you happy. And so love is very key. And may the Lord help us as men to love our wives as Christ loved the church.
Sure.
Thank you so much. You can take us to the next need.
Yeah, the other need for a wife is intimate connection. You know, that intimate communication where you feel you are connected with someone. I think the men will forgive me for this, but they are told they are poor listeners because they are not able to multitask. You'll find that
it is our strength.
Yes.
When we focus on one thing, it excels. But
it is a strength, and unfortunately, it doesn't augur well with the women because for us, we are able to multitask. We are able to connect different things at the same time, which is not necessarily the ability for men, and we appreciate. And that is why we are here to help one another to complete, but not to compete. Yeah, so communication is very important and it should be effective. Women appreciate when we feel that my husband is listening to what I'm saying, not necessarily to give me an answer, because most of the time, we just want to keep talking. We want to talk. And if you listen to your wife when they are talking, there are things you will pick. But if you're not attentive to listen, you're going to partly pick and miss the point, which can even cause a conflict, which was not necessary. So it is important that women are listened to, not necessarily to respond, just to understand. Give me that space to just talk and to appreciate that I'm communicating to you. And so you need to show attention, you know, that intimate, like connect with me when I'm talking. That is very important, and women really appreciate that. So our men out there, kindly listen to your wives when they are talking. Just hold on to what you're doing. Give them attention so that they feel appreciated. And you know, we talk and we have a lot of words compared to you.
Yeah, that one, I don't have to dispute that one. I totally agree. We need to listen. And, you know, I like the way you are calling it, the intimate intimate communication, yeah, whereby you are able to commit and your mind is fully there. And one of the good things that I've liked is that I don't have to keep talking. I just need to be there and listen to what you are saying.
Sure.
That is a very important point. And may the Lord help us to even be there. But you see, men cannot be able to listen if in the first place they are not there. They have to create time to be there. Number two, don't say that this person is nagging. Just be there. Listen and listen. And sometimes when we fall asleep when we are listening, please forgive us.
It should not happen, because that means you are not listening or you are not interested. They are called nonverbal communication.
Yeah.
Because you can be talking to someone, they are doing something else, they are looking up and down, they are on phone. You can tell
So
their
there is
mind
no
is
room
out.
of sleeping when listening.
How do you sleep when we are talking? Because sleeping means it's boring. You are off. So there is no way you can be attentive, intimate connection, connecting with your wife when they are talking to you, and then you fall off, because it means you are bored, you are off. So that means then you have not connected to them. So connection is very important.
Wow.
Now when you come from this short break, we'll be continuing with what we need as wives, and I'm sure our husbands are listening and they are ready to meet these needs to keep our marriages blissful. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Ever felt the need to learn how to play a musical instrument or improve your music skill and never knew where to go? Just Connect School of Music is the place to be. We offer professional training in music sight reading, piano, drums, guitar, saxophone, bass guitar, and vocal training. We are located at Eprin Square, 3rd floor, room 26, opposite Buruburu Police Station. Just Connect, building worship.
Welcome, our viewers, to Marriage Bliss. This is where we are enriching our marriage, and today we are having a wonderful program where we are discussing about her needs, the needs of our wife in the marriage.
Yes.
And which are some of these things that men we need to take note of, so that the woman and the wife in the marriage finds joy and fulfillment in the marriage. And together with us, Irene, Steve is helping us to understand the needs of a woman, the needs of her, of the wife in the marriage. And so thank you so much. Today, so far we have looked at love.
Yes.
Love is the first need, and the other one was intimate communication. So which is the third need that we need to look at?
Wow, thank you. We continue learning. Another need which is very important for women is honesty. I don't imagine there is a wife who does not appreciate a man who is honest, or rather a husband who is honest, because honesty carries the home. Honesty is wide because it covers a very huge area in marriage. When you talk about honesty, how honest are you with finances? How honest are you with our love? How honest are you in our commitments, in our projects? How honest are you in how we relate with our relatives? Honesty is such a broad topic. But today we shall be appreciating that honesty is very key for a wife when it comes to one of her many needs, to feel supported and loved by the husband. We appreciate when a husband is honest, because it shows that you have opened your heart as a book to me. And that one gives me a lot of confidence to love back. It gives me a lot of confidence to respect. It gives me a lot of confidence to hold on to you as the leader of this family, if we are honest. Because we have had issues of families whereby there is no honesty. And do you know the foundation of honesty crops up from communication? Because it is in communication that you open up to your partner. So if you don't have that true communication and open, then we are going to have issues about honesty, because it shows you've not opened up the inner you to me, so that we get to a point where we are understanding each other and flowing together as a couple.
Now let me cut you short and ask on behalf of men, because some men fear to talk to be honest or to tell the truth, maybe in terms of money, because they are going to be quarreled. Maybe they are going to be told, now what are you expecting us to do now that you don't have money? Why are you telling me that you don't have money to pay for rent? And men hold back some information because they fear being bashed on by the wives. How do we go about that?
Now when we have such, it shows that then there is a problem in this marriage. And right now we may not be able to discuss the problem because problems could be several in different families. There must be a root problem. If you see yourself struggling with one issue or another in marriage, because marriage is complex, it's made up of so many things. So if there is a husband is feeling like they are struggling to be honest in the area of finances, then there must be a root cause. It just didn't happen in the morning. There must be a root cause of something that has been happening that is causing now this to happen as a result. But if the marriage is based on the right foundations, and if we are working towards making our marriage a success, succeed as the man and as the wife, then we are going to conquer the challenges that come, because every marriage has its own challenges. But then the challenges are not specific into a given marriage, such that we are not going to deal now with this problem holistically. Every marriage challenges is dealt with it differently, because we don't know where the root cause is coming from. For instance, we could have a couple that is cheating on one another. Either the wife is cheating on the husband, or the husband is cheating on the wife. And you find out now that is lack of honesty in that family, because their love is not honest. They are not honest with each other. And this couple, you could have two couples who are cheating. This family, the couples are cheating. Another family, the couples are cheating. Now on this family, the first couple, this cheating is cropping up from some broken trust. Maybe years back, there was an issue with the husband or the wife. Someone cheated, and it was not well handled. It was not well handled. So then it comes back, and you realize now they are cheating. The other couple is cheating to hit back. Or as a way of revenge, because the initial one was not handled well. But there is another couple that could be doing that because maybe the man is not getting respect from home, like we learned last Friday. And so their marriages are very complex, and so issues are handled differently for different marriages. So even in this family, like for example, you've given about money, it tells there's a root problem that need to be handled, because it just don't happen. So honesty is very important, and we really appreciate men who are honest, because it gives the woman the confidence to be as naked to the husband. And there's a saying that is said that women are like, they are like hens. We know how to brood and to hatch. So what the man throws to the wife takes, broods, and we can really, brood it and hatch, and then it comes out in multiples. But as believers, as Christians, as godly marriages, we need to keep fighting to defeat and to outdo some of these needs, because I really don't need to brood something that is negative. Whether it was thrown to me by the husband, then I should tell God to give me the wisdom and to apply the fruits of the Holy Spirit, the love that covers a multitude of sin. So I don't really need to brood it so that I can give it back in multiples. But there are principles that somehow work so that they will help us to keep balancing our marriages. this.
Wow.
If you want love, give me love. If I need respect from you, I should respect you first. If I need you to be honest, I should be honest first. Like we keep helping each other to complete and to keep completing and completing rather than competing. Yeah.
That's a very good point. And men, that's a good challenge to us. May we take it positively that we need to be honest in all sphere of our marriage, whether it is with our finances, whether it is with our what is happening to us, maybe at work.
Yes.
You know, sometimes we men encounter people who are trying to maybe to draw, you know, fleets and all that. And some of the things that happen over the phone, you are not honest with your wife. You are not open, and so you need to come home and be very open that 1, 2, 3 is happening. You know, I've heard of men who have lost job, but they were afraid to share with their spouses. You know, because they know or they are afraid maybe the wives are going to leave them or they are going to be bashed on. You know, all those things. We need also maybe to speak on behalf of men. As we come with our openness, the wives also need to receive these people with a lot of a good heart, so that they can be encouraged. Because if the man realizes that if they come and tell and share information, and this information is going to be used negatively on them, most of men will shut up or they will not share. They will not walk in honesty, just as you're saying.
Yeah. And another thing about honesty, it is also important to encourage even the men to be honest with their emotions, because most of them, it's all, oh, boys don't cry, men don't share, men are able to hold, and you realize some of these things are causing a lot of harm in families, because you keep to your emotions. You don't want to share. What have you been going through? Are you feeling discouraged? Have you been let down in your workplace? Have you been fired, like you are saying? We just create a platform of honesty in our marriages, because the earlier we start practicing these things, the better for us. Because if you are married for the right reasons, then you're not going to struggle doing the right thing that sustains that reason as to why you came together. Yeah, so honesty runs the marriage.
Awesome.
Yes.
Those are now, I think, 3 needs of the wife in the marriage. As time progresses, maybe you can let us know which is the next most important need for a wife in the marriage.
Yes. As women, they really appreciate domestic support. When you talk about domestic support, it runs across a lot of issues here, because we have, when you look at domestic support is holy. We have in the area of finances, we have in the area of affection, we have in the area of parenting, we have in the area of duties and roles in the family. So when you talk about domestic support, women appreciate men who are really supportive in every aspect of the issues, marriage and running the family, because marriage definitely connects us to the family aspect. So domestic support, maybe we can look at family support, how we run the family. One, we need to feel that we are guided. Men need to know that when God called them the heads, it was really with a purpose. Because like we shared last Friday, if a man does not have a vision, then the woman will not be able to support, because you cannot support what is not there. Because you are the head, then you need to have a vision where the wife need to feel now they are supporting the vision. Now, likewise, when we are talking about domestic support, the family support now from the wife's need, we need to feel that the man is giving us direction. Every woman, every wife appreciates when there is a husband giving lead. This is the way we are going to run our family. This is the way we should do this and that. You know, vision. Do we have projections? The first quarter of the year, the man should come up with a plan so that the woman can support. And this is very timely because we are counting this to the new year. it is important that families sit together and, you know, come up with the resolutions or projects, projections of what do we want to achieve by next year. And it is even more encouraging for those who are blessed to have the heads in their families, the husbands, so that the husbands challenge themselves to take lead. That one really encourages the woman, and they give their support wholly because they feel I am supporting a head, I'm supporting a leader. So I gather all the efforts and I'm encouraged to give you the support that is needed.
Wow.
So it is very important for family support.
Wonderful. I think even as we talk about the domestic support, there is an area that I would want us to look at. That is providing support on the domestic chores that we do in the house. You remember us talking to a certain couple, and the wife was complaining that their daughter, who was 1 year old, passed, and the wife, the husband has never helped to change diaper. The husband doesn't know how to put on a diaper to the child. I mean, the child grows from day one, past 1 year, but the husband has never tried to help put the diaper to the child. The only thing, if the guy realizes that the diaper is wet, ni kuita the house help, kuja saidia hapa. You know, how should we come in terms of helping the household chores, like even cooking, washing clothes, you know, such, because we know that there is those complaints that we do not help.
Yes. That is a very good question and concern, and it really moves the wives when we see a man coming in to help in the house chores, because it's a myth that I was talking about. We need to conquer some of these myths because they put us behind, they make our marriages dull, they make our marriages conditional, and it becomes so complex. It's like now a liability, yet the Lord has given us as a gift to enjoy our marriages. So it is one of the very important support system when you have a husband who is helping you in the house chores, because even the Bible says we are a helper. I mean, a helper means you're helping someone who's been doing something. But I don't know why there is this myth that the wife comes to the house to work, clean dishes, clean the house, clean the babies, change diapers and do everything. I think that is not the right context of running our marriages. So we really appreciate when husbands come in. You don't really have to have it like a duty or a command. But you see, when it comes from a loving heart, it will flow. You can clean the dishes. You can help your wife fix supper. You can help your wife take care of the kids as they do something else. It's all about teamwork. So it is very important when you do teamwork in the house. Once in a while, give in your hand, help out in some duties. It really moves the wives, and it really works wonders.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a good challenge to us men. If there is something that you can do to come in and offer the physical support, those house chores, sometimes, you know, I remember in the instances where maybe you are newly married, the kids are not there. And I can imagine, you know, you can develop from that very point whereby it is only the wife can cook. You know, if you are the two of you in the house, the kitchen, to prepare the meal, what is so wrong with the man going to the sink and do the dishes? You know, helping in those duties. You know, sometimes as the time progresses and you are able to afford as house help, well and good. But once in a while, even when the house help is there, you can rush to the kitchen early in the morning and help prepare the breakfast for the family. I've done it, and I feel it is good. Once in a while, it feels good. And you know, those are some of the things that you talked about Love Bank, and it's a way of doing a deposit in the Love Bank.
Sure.
Thank you so much. Which is our last, maybe because of interest of time, another important need for the for the wife in the family.
Thank you. And thank you for the input. It is really interesting. If only we knew how important it is to keep the deposits. The deposits. But most of us in our marriages, we make them run dry because of withdrawals without doing the deposits of love. The other important need for women is being attractive. You know, remaining attractive. Every woman wants to feel attractive. They want to feel beautiful. They want to feel smart. And as it is said, that women never grow old. Some really struggle to tell their age. Why? Because it's in women that they want to keep young. They want to look good. They want to keep looking attractive. And this is expensive and it is costly. So we also encourage our husbands, instead of being attracted out there by someone who took their time and their money they invested to look good and attractive, then do the same to your wife, because you realize it is expensive to look beautiful. It is expensive to maintain yourself attractive. It does not just happen. You need to eat well. You need to do physical exercise. You need to avoid stress. You need to go to the salon, which is equally expensive. So if you are not given that financial support, then you realize that there is a drawback when it comes to that area. And this is maybe speaking out for wives who are not in a position, for one reason or another, they are not earning. And so we need that financial support. Holistically, the domestic support that we said, that the man being the head, there are so many things that makes you be called the head. Not just voicing out and giving instructions and duties in the family, but the head, the leadership is seen in very many other small areas. Like, how do I take care of your wife? How do you take care of your wife? Do you maintain her attractiveness? Do you maintain her beauty? And you know it is expensive. It will cost you your pocket. So are you ready to sacrifice for this woman, to maintain her, to buy her good clothes, you know, and to make her feel the queen, so that alternatively she'll make you the king of the house. So that the aspect of being attractive, smart, beautiful, young, it's very important for wives. And they need support from their husbands. They need to be encouraged. And I want to challenge the husbands, especially the young generation, when you are in the reproductive age, because we have a lot of challenges. We have handled a lot of challenges where men are not supporting their wives. You may not necessarily support with finances, because maybe she's in a position to take care of herself, to the salons and the gyms and the saunas. But then the emotional support, you find out that when women are in this reproductive age, they are competing with hormonal changes because of pregnancy issues. They are breastfeeding, they are taking care of young ones, you know, they're in their nurturing stage of life. The others are having some side effects of the family planning they are using. Maybe they are changing from this one, is not working for them, they are changing to another one, and there is a lot of hormonal changes taking place. And most women, you find out that they gain the baby fat, you know, we call it the baby fat, and definitely maybe they've not been shaped as the shape that attracted you to marrying them. And so you find out some husbands are insensitive, and they are rebuking their wives, they are giving them bad names, and they are calling them fat pigs and all those insults. Yeah, it is very hurting. It is very hurting because this woman amenona kwa sababu yako, na ni baraka kupata mtoto, and those changes should always be appreciated. So I encourage the man the husbands, encourage your wife. Let her know it is well. She's very attractive. You still love her, and you're going to help her walk the journey of losing weight. Maybe after pregnancy, after breastfeeding, and all those struggles. So let's support one another.
Wow.
So that domestic support is very broad, even to the areas of weight management. Support your wife. Let her feel attractive. Buy her clothes that are fitting her stage, I mean her body size at that stage of life, as you encourage her to track back to her normal size.
Wow.
So that support is really important for a woman.
And I love that. It's also important if you can even engage in physical exercises together.
Yes.
That's also another area you can provide support to your wife, even helping, just giving company to do in-house physical exercise, or even just jogging outside. It's also a way of giving support to your spouse.
You're right.
So we truly appreciate. I know that the time is so much against us, and we truly appreciate that you created time that we may learn together and get to hear about her needs. In our last episode, we looked about his needs, and indeed we desire to see our marriages thriving. We desire to get enriching our marriages every day. We desire that we find joy in our marriage. We desire that your marriage, you find bliss, and you can create bliss every day. We can create bliss every day when we take care of each other and find joy in our marriages. So thank you so much. Always every Friday at 8 at Just Connect TV, tune in so that we can get to enrich our marriages together. May you find bliss in your marriage and joy in your marriage. God bless you.
God bless you.
Amen.
And we wish you a prosperous, happy new year 2022 as we continue thriving and making our marriages blissful.
Thank you.
Just Connect TV is your entertainment and educational channel. We broadcast authentic content that will inspire, empower, and stir up the potential and positive energy in you. Just Connect TV, streaming life.